Paul, let me begin with the breaking news that the FBI has narrowed it down to someone they see on video. And the Times reporting seems to indicate they do not yet have the specific identity of the person, but they have images of the person.
This is very significant. The investigation is focused on a person who attacked several officers with bear spray, a chemical lethal or non-lethal agent. There's evidence of both advanced planning and a criminal conspiracy because reportedly there is video of the person discussing attacking officers with bear spray before the actual attack. So murder charges will require evidence of intent to kill, and chemical irritants like bear spray are not usually considered deadly force. So the mental state of purpose to kill would be difficult to prove, but certainly very serious charges like assault on a law enforcement officer are entirely warranted based on this reported evidence.
Paul, talk about, in investigation terms, what does it take to go from that image of a person that they apparently have to getting an identity and a name and an arrest?
So the stakes are high. We know that 138 police officers were injured as a result of the insurrection. Injuries like concussions, burns, a heart attack, and 2 suicides. Lawrence, this is probably the worst day for U.S. law enforcement officers since September 11th. So this is a major priority. What do we know? 6 members of this hate group, the Proud Boys, have already been charged with conspiracy, both to obstruct the certification of the election and to attack law enforcement. The leader of the Proud Boys, this guy Enrique Tarrio, who's named in the indictment as person number 1, told these white supremacists that they should turn out in record numbers, fan across D.C. in small teams. So there's coordination. They wore matching uniforms. They carried paramilitary gear like helmets and eye protection. And so they came hell-bent on destruction. They successfully incited the crowd, and they acted in coordination with these tragic results. And so Enrique Tarrio, who's a known snitch, he's reportedly cooperated with law enforcement agents and other investigations to get himself out of trouble. That's certainly one person who the FBI will turn to try to get information on who actually carried out the attack, who are the people who sprayed Officer Sicknick with this chemical poison that tragically resulted in his death.
And what are the effects of upgrading the charges against these 6 so-called Proud Boys to conspiracy? Presumably that would add to any sentence. What else might it mean?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It enhances the sentence, but it also creates more incentive for these persons to turn state's evidence, to cooperate with law enforcement, to try to figure out who the leaders are and who are the people who actually carried out this act. And this is welcome transparency from the Capitol Police, who aren't known for being all that transparent and haven't been during this investigation. So we didn't actually know before this indictment how this officer was actually killed. And there's still other important information that the public hasn't had access to from the Capitol Police. For example, we know that a number of Capitol Police officers are on leave. They're being investigated for their conduct. What does that investigation reveal? And we also don't know about contacts between the rioters and Republican congresspeople, including whether rioters were offered tours of the Capitol prior to January 6th. So these new charges are a welcome advance in terms of the public having more understanding of the dire stakes of what happened on January 6th, but it's really just the beginning.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.